Hi guys, Dave here.
And I am Ash.
Should I leave that in to embarrass myself for a change? Because I always leave stuff in to embarrass you.
You do.
That laugh was pretty embarrassing as well.
I did it on purpose.
Sure you did.
I did, no, because I was thinking in my head, you know, while we always start with an intro and you always do something like funny because you know what we're reacting to, or you like open up like a conversation that leads into what we're reacting to. And obviously I don't know what we're reacting to.
It's called segue because I'm a pro.
But the only thing that ever comes to my head is that East-West Bowl with Key and Peele, and it's like the different names. It's or Wingdings.
There are some great. It's a classic, that, isn't it?
It is so good. Yeah. My favourite still is Fudge.
Anyway, we haven't reacted to Sunny V2 for absolutely ages.
No, it's true.
I do still actively watch Sunny V2. It's just sometimes we just don't react to it, I guess.
True.
You know, I go and watch it on my own instead.
Yeah.
And then there's no need to react to it because I've seen it.
Yeah, because we both enjoy sharing, obviously, certain programmes, but we also have our own things that, like, Dave's not going to watch my
I do sometimes.
Sims 4 Barbie challenges.
I've watched some of them. It's really annoying.
You quite like Moira. Well, no, you said Moira was too much because I watch Moira Elizabeth, obviously, if any of you guys know, because I love crafting.
What I actually said about Moira is she's very good at what she does, but it's hyper edited, which I can't stand. It's too much for my brain.
I love it.
You can't change camera angle every second and then like have something and then zoom in on her face and her eyeballs go big and then it's too much for me.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think that's done to get a younger audience because people with a shorter attention span. The hyper editing thing is targeted more at a younger audience.
What are you trying to say about me? I mean, I have got a very short attention span, but she's great.
And she's great at what she does. I'm not criticising her in any way, shape,
but I also watch Nerdy Crafter, who is exactly the same kind of thing.
Well, see what you've just done there, though, is a segue into this video.
Have I?
Beloved YouTubers who died as legends.
Aww.
So we're talking about YouTubers that you watch.
Yeah.
Actually, you've been heavily into YouTube more than me before I became a YouTuber. Like I watched it, but I saw it more as a resource for guitar playing, for like just finding things out.
Whereas I was obsessed with like the viral things and Vines and what was going on and loads of really obscure things on the internet that were happening, like Uncle Grandpa and all the things that were coming out.
It's really the past 4 years for me is where it's become like social media to me, where I actually watch YouTube more than I go on Instagram or anything else. YouTube's
always been my go-to thing, especially as I'm a ninja.
But you may recognise some of these people more so than me.
Okay, cool.
So
it depends because obviously I've got a really weird taste.
It's 10 people who died, 10 YouTubers who died with legendary status. So they're obviously beloved YouTubers.
Okay.
So let's check it out. This is Sunny V2, beloved YouTubers who died as legends. Let's do it.
If heaven was hosting a party for legends, then these 10 YouTubers would all be invited.
Fuck yeah.
These look like American based. I didn't always.
Just let me drop the quality significantly because it was just doing that.
If heaven was hosting a party for legends, then these 10 YouTubers would all be invited. Supplying the vodka would definitely be Apator, who sadly predicted his own death just days before it happened. His final video was titled I Am Not Dead, I Am 57 Today, and it followed the same premise as all his other content. Apator would film himself almost always drinking spirits before going out to play in extremely cold conditions.
Whoa.
He'd mow his grass in the middle of a hailstorm, wash himself in bathtubs filled with ice, and wriggle like a worm in the snow. But on the subject of his death, the most important series had the label On Thin Ice. As the title might suggest, Apator would ice skate on barely frozen lakes, before always falling through to make it entertaining. The problem was, due to possible intoxication and having ice skates on his feet, Apator often struggled to escape the freezing water, and had no one there to help if things didn't go to plan.
I'm most time alone, 99%.
On the topic of safety, Apator stated, many regard falling through the ice as life-threatening, but if you know what you're doing and have ice claws, then it's usually fine. He further added with a smile, I shouldn't be cocky, I could very well die out here someday. Apator's final video confirmed this hadn't happened yet, although just 7 days later his 25-year-long partner made a tragic Facebook post. Friday 26 November was a normal Friday. You went to a lake near Kongsberg and you were looking forward to ice skating. You were supposed to film yourself and use it in a video. You sent me a message when you arrived with pictures of yourself in the water. Good conditions, you wrote. But something went terribly wrong. You ended up in the ice water, and this time you did not get up again, as you have done so many times before. In the end, you were picked up by divers and sent by air ambulance to hospital. They did everything they could to bring you back to life, but you had been underwater for too long. Johannes and I were with you when the doctors at the hospital turned off all the machines that had kept your body going. Thank you for everything that you have been to Johannes and me. We have endless good memories and we miss you so indescribably. Abator will be remembered for living his life to the fullest, while Tommy 11...
That's really sad, isn't it?
That is really sad. Sounds like a lunatic, though. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he was dancing with it, wasn't he? He was
on the edge.
Yeah.
But he even predicted it. I mean, that we talked about this last night, didn't we? I think people do get complacent. I've seen it in labs. Like, you've seen it, like, in general sort of situations. We've seen it in, like, with electricity, seen it with contractors. Everybody gets to a point in their job where they think they know what they're doing. Yeah,
it becomes second nature, and then you get a little wake-up call.
Yeah.
I've had things like that.
It's like rock climbers. I've seen it go
Yeah.
horribly wrong because they've just got a little bit complacent.
Yeah. I always think a lot of people like that, if they didn't do that dangerous stuff, they'd probably be miserable.
Well, that's it. So rather you die doing what you love.
Yeah, and I've known a few people like that.
Then never take that risk.
Yeah.
Well, I said that. How will you ever be happy? Like when you on your deathbed and you go, I wish I'd done this. Instead of saying, I wish I'd done that, look back and go, yeah, I cocked up, but I did it.
Instead on your deathbed, you get to go,
Hopefully not. No, thank you. Unless that's me just dropping off a cliff because I'm too old and frail and I'm sick of life.
I'd rather have happy people that don't last as long than miserable people who live forever.
I know, and then you get those grumpy old people that wander around and literally are just like beating you with their cane.
You need good quality, don't you? Like good quality of life as well. I actually think when they showed that 10 people, I think I recognised one of them. There's one really buff guy.
Yeah, I think I recognised him.
I think I did Tosh.0 Celebrity Profile, I think it was, and I think it was that guy.
I think I've seen him because he went viral for a little bit. I recognise him from that. From
if it says his name in a bit.
Tommy, instantly, I think I recognise him, but really? I don't know in what context it will see.
Yeah.
Evan will be remembered for the records that he broke. You see, Tommy had gotten brain cancer at the age of only 12, but dreamed of becoming a famous YouTuber whilst he was still healthy. After 2 months of uploading, Tommy had gained a measly 10 subscribers. However, the Facebook page Velociraptor and its 16 million followers were about to change Tommy's life forever. They'd post a photo of Tommy's channel with the caption, "Let's fulfill a dream." His name is Tommy. Unfortunately, he has brain cancer, but he has the hope of being known as a YouTuber. It is our time to make a child happy. Shall we help him? Here's Tommy's channel.
I think
Only
this is
3
where
hours
I know
and 40 minutes later, a comment showed Tommy had gained 800,000 subscribers, grabbing the attention of Dross Rotzank, El Rubius OMG, Oron Play, and the Gref, who sent their combined 100 million subscribers to help with the young boy's dream. Within only 10 days, Tommy had gone from 476 subscribers to 7.2 million, which after growing to 10 million later that year also meant he broke the following records: the most subscribers gained in an hour, the most subscribers gained in a day, the most subscribers gained in a week, the fastest channel to achieve 1 million subscribers, and the youngest creator to achieve both 1 and 10 million subscribers. Tommy was therefore also sent a diamond play button, although only his parents were there to see it come. Tommy had died just 2 months beforehand at the age of only 12. In the very same year, we lost Laoshu 50.
I do remember that drive. That's where I thought I recognised his face. It was huge when it was going on. Like it was being talked about all across YouTube about supporting this kid. Like obviously he mentioned the big YouTubers that really pushed his channel. Yeah. But it was talked about all over the place.
I think I reacted to a video once that was like it was YouTube milestones, and it was like the fastest to 1 million. So I think I've seen him before.
I think Tommy's well known by many people, actually. What a wonderful thing for the YouTube community to do.
Beautiful thing for the parents, really. Like it'd be amazing for the kid, but just to have that memory of your kid and be so proud of the plaque and everything else.
Well, hopefully he saw the growth before he passed, even if he didn't get to see the play buttons.
I think it was either him or someone else where YouTube actually fast-tracked the play buttons, or I've definitely heard it with other people where they say get them to 100,000 before they die, and then they fast track getting a button to him.
55,000. Moses McCormick
Don't
taught
do it.
himself to speak over 50 languages fluently, then talked to random native speakers who were always extremely shocked.
我会说中国话
我会
啊，那不错。你会说中国话？
我会。
Better yet was when he switched to a second language,
我都識講廣東話啦，
你都識講
廣東話，
廣東話？
我識廣東話。
他們都不會講廣東話。
or when he spoke an unusual language that wasn't quite so common.
You Germany?
I'm Hungarian.
Oh, Hungarian. Szia, hogy vagy? Hogy vagy?
These videos helped Moses to gain 1 million subs. However, in May 2020, Lao Shu's brother Mark, who often appeared in the videos, uploaded his own video titled "Warning Video to Lao Shu Family, Friends and Fans, Moses is not safe."
Whoa.
In the video, Mark explained that Lao Shu had begun a new relationship with a girl who he believed was acting very strangely.
I don't know this girl, and she came out of nowhere, and she's an ex-federal agent.
The video was especially concerning after this was also said.
We have to pray for Moses right now. He is not well. She actually has been manipulating him, and he is not well. He's not well.
And while this could have been dismissed as an overprotective brother, Lao Shu died unexpectedly only 9 months later. The cause of death was supposedly a heart attack, yet Lao Shu's brother didn't buy it for a second.
And it would be a damn lie to tell the world that he died of a heart attack.
He'd upload a new video believing Lao Shu was murdered by his girlfriend.
In 2020, I shared my concern regarding being associated with that new girl that nobody knew.
Also starting an online fundraiser which read, "My brother didn't have any chronic illness and never complained to me about heart issues. When I seen the condition of his body, I immediately knew he was killed." Yet Lao Shu's girlfriend responded to the claims by calling them baseless conspiracy theories. So exactly what happened is for your own conclusion, but the assassination of Christina Grimm
Oh, no,
Wow.
I know that one.
Yeah,
That's bizarre, isn't it?
that's really weird. It's like he predicted that. But then,
There's a lot of times a new partner comes into someone's life and then gets to blame for being,
well, I was going to say,
you know, like,
was the brother jealous of the fame and posting to get, grounding?
could it all just be coincidence? But what a bizarre thing to post, and then that's so bizarre, isn't
It
it?
is so bizarre.
Seems like I think I've seen that
there's more
guy's
to that
videos
story.
before, because there's another guy called I can't remember. It's like Xiaoma NYC or something. I can't remember the name of the channel. He's a white guy who does the same sort of thing.
I've seen that on Instagram.
Yeah, and I've seen a black guy doing it, but I never knew what he was called.
No, I didn't.
So it's going to be him. It's
gonna be him.
I think it looked like him. But yeah, this is the one that got shot, isn't it?
It is. It's horrific.
is much more cut and dry. Christina began on YouTube by covering popular songs, and only 2 years after starting, Selena Gomez hired her. Christina's popularity exploded after placing third on The Voice, giving her the audience to play live in concert, where the unthinkable tragically happened. On the 10th of June 2016, Christina posted a tweet reading Orlando, "Come out to the show tonight at the Plaza Live, starts at 7:30, also attaching the following video.
Hey guys, what's up? We're in Orlando today. Please come to the show if you live near Orlando, Florida.
And as shown by the concert's footage, it went extremely normally.
You guys are awesome! Oh my goodness!
However, after the show concluded, Christina held a meet and greet where just minutes after taking these fan photos, Kevin James Lubel walked up and fatally shot Christina. She's since been remembered as a beautiful person and an amazing singer, a beautiful soul with an amazing voice, and an incredible talent that won't be forgotten, similar to Rich Piana, who also inspired me.
It is Rich
It
Piana.
is Rich Piana, yeah, I recognise
I've
him.
watched full-length things about what happened to her and stuff, and it was like there was some fuck-ups.
Just a
you know,
stalker
the fact that
fan, yeah, they just let him through and stuff.
I
There's
think-
loads of security failures.
I want to say her brother was stood next to her when it happened, or her dad was, or something.
That's horrible, isn't it?
It sort of resonated with me being a big Pantera fan.
Yeah,
that's
with
that's
what
how
happened.
Dimebag got killed, was on stage and got shot quite a few times.
Yeah.
It's like messed up, isn't it? Sad.
Crazy people out there.
But yeah, this guy's done a Tosh.0, which we need to react to at some point.
I've seen a few of his videos over the
Yeah.
years.
Millions. The bodybuilding YouTuber had been using PEDs
Beast.
since a very early age.
I've been taking steroids since I was 18. I'm 43, so what is that, 20 25 years?
Accepting the side effects by stating, I am total 100% aware that damage is being done to my body in the choices I am making. I know for a fact that doing what I'm doing is going to cause damage, but I have made a choice and I'm willing to deal with that. I'm willing to roll the dice, and that's something you have to be willing to do. In 2014, at the age of 43, Rich Piana said this,
I have to say, honestly, I've had no side effects.
Although only 3 years after claiming that he'd had 0 side effects, the following video surfaced showing his poor state of health.
Baby, this is not normal. I know. I've seen stuff like this before. I'm afraid.
Jesus.
Babe, what's up?
Hey, babe, don't get upset, baby. Baby, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's fine.
Whilst getting a haircut later that year, Rich Piana unexpectedly collapsed before falling into a coma and dying 2 weeks later. His autopsy showed his heart and liver weighed twice the average size, with the following comments summarizing his legacy perfectly. I respected that guy. He at least didn't hide nothing about what he used. Showed folks how not to do it. R.I.P. Mr. Piana, although sadly Claire Wineland's state of health was
I remember him. He was huge, and I remember being really disappointed that he was so openly talking about it. But the guy that comment makes sense. Shows us not what to do.
I wasn't aware of him when we reacted to the Tosh.0 thing.
Right.
And I remember just thinking he seems like such a cool guy that's up for a laugh, and seemed like a very honest guy. I remember warming to him.
Yeah.
And then it was in the comment section. Everyone's just like, rest in peace.
Shame.
Yeah.
Was a little less voluntary. In fact, Claire Wineland began on YouTube by talking about her health.
I have something called cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic disease, meaning you're born with it. As you get older, it gets worse. I've nearly died 6 times.
And despite being born with cystic fibrosis, it became substantially worse from the second she started uploading.
Over the past 6 months or so, my health has declined dramatically. Just took a freaking plummet.
2 months later, Claire explained that things had gotten worse again.
I couldn't work. I've never felt more embarrassed in my entire life.
And while a viral GoFundMe had made a massive difference,
We got to $200,000 with $10 donations. It's just mind-boggling to me. I don't even...
This turned out to be her final video alive. Just 3 weeks after receiving her donations, Claire was given a lung transplant that caused her to suffer a stroke. She died in September 2018 at the age of 21.
I'm hoping we get past 21. I just wanna go clubbing once.
At the same time, Etika was also trying to wear a smile. He'd built a cult fanbase called the Joy-Con Boys. However, after 10 years of content creation, they began to notice that Etika was acting a whole lot stranger.
Senzu being Dragon Balls, all those things exist. Every dead person that died, they'll come back and they'll realize they're God. And they'll feel like they're Goku.
As a result, Etika was placed in a mental hospital, and despite confirming his release by posting I am free, he had more problems just around the corner. Police returned to Etika's house after some more concerning tweets, which he'd live streamed to the public for roughly 40 minutes.
If you break into my apartment, you will be breaking the law, officer. Do not step foot into my apartment. You do not have permission. Now leave the premises before I call my lawyer and have him sue you.
2 months later, he'd post a new video titled I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I betrayed your trust. I'm sorry I pushed you all away. I'm sorry I made a clown of myself.
After which his phone and bag were found abandoned on the ground. Police then found Etika's body roughly 5 days later, but at least Bernard Albertson's life had a much more wholesome.
Shame, so he wasn't well and just declined faster and faster.
Yeah. But it seemed like some sort of psychosis, didn't it? Like a prolonged psychosis, maybe. Could just be the pressure, could have been drugs or something. I don't really know enough about the guy to say.
I've never heard of him, but that's still really sad.
He's self-terminated down by the sounds of it, hasn't he?
I think so.
Some of these are awful. I was in a
They're
great
really
mood when we
sad.
started
I
this
know,
video.
yeah.
Ending. Bernard didn't begin on YouTube until the age of 72, but had lived such a jam-packed life his stories were instantly welcomed. On the 8th of November 2013, he'd post the incredibly viral An Old Man's Advice video, inspiring his audience with a couple words of wisdom.
I think I've
You
seen
can
that.
do anything that you want to do. Don't say the world is just against me. That's not true.
Fun fact, no one searched for this, but we all needed it. He'd therefore post another installment with the opposite philosophy to most boomers,
young people, without you, this world is nothing. You are the backbone of this world.
Before uploading a series of Bible teachings, one of which from April 2019 discussing Armageddon and the end times. Well, as the top comment read, "May you rest in peace," it turns out this video was the end for Bernard himself, who died in October 2019 just before his 81st birthday. The channel remains active with content posted by his son, while more tragically, Technoblade's channel is still active with content posted by his dad. Technoblade was gaining roughly 20 million views per video when after a 3-month break he'd make an unexpected announcement.
So in the last few days of July, I noticed that my right arm was starting to hurt a decent amount. I headed over to the doctor to see what was wrong, and the reason my arm hurts is because I have cancer.
Techno spent the video joking like it wasn't all that serious.
Of all the phone calls I've made, nobody took the news worse than my health insurance provider. They've been inconsolable for weeks. They were like, "You got what?"
Having full confidence that things would turn out fine.
I just want to clarify that the doctors I have are like insanely good, bro. I'm gonna be getting some of the finest healthcare in the world, so don't worry about me too much.
It had seemingly gotten more serious with the upload, "I almost became an amputee," yet Techno actually explained in the video that he was almost back to normal.
I now have 99.9% less cancer than I used to, which is pretty great. World of difference between that at 100%, but so far everything is going according to plan.
It seemed his condition was only getting...
Do you know what? The only time I've heard of Technoblade is my niece was really into them.
Really?
Into him. And she asked me to buy her a hoodie for her birthday.
Oh, wow.
So it was probably before he passed away that she got that hoodie.
Oscar used to watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers. He used to watch Jelly all the time.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a big community of them, so maybe through Oscar I've seen this guy's videos. I don't recognise his voice though.
No, like I said, that's the only time I've heard. I've watched a few Minecraft YouTubers, but not Technoblade, but obviously my niece loves him.
Better.
So my arm, it's gotten a lot better. I can raise my elbow up to like my chin and my arm up to my forehead.
However, only 3 months afterwards, it was confirmed by his dad that Technoblade had passed. Despite talking about the cancer in his arm, Techno didn't mention that it spread across his lungs, taking his life and devastating a fan base like the death of Joe Lindner. He was often referred to as the legendary Joe Aesthetics. Initially mentioned that it spread across his...
Wrong button. I remember this, the next guy.
Yeah.
Because he could do that crazy thing with his pecs, you know, where you could kind of see all the fibres when he was flexing.
Really?
I don't think it was too long ago that he died.
Wow.
Because I remember seeing some really shitty comments on Instagram about him. You know, people are saying he deserved it because he was on roids and stuff. And I don't know if he was or not, but there was a lot of people defending him.
That's shame.
Yeah, I just remember that. You'll see it in a sec, the crazy thing he does with his pecs.
His lungs, taking his life and devastating a fan base like the death of Joe Lindner. He was often referred to as the legendary Joe Aesthetics, initially going viral for a muscle movement known as alien gains. However, Joe explained that it came from rippling muscle disease, and it was actually difficult to live with.
By the way, it hurts so much, bro. It hurts like crazy.
Further adding on Bradley Martin's podcast, it affected his vital organs.
But there's nothing bad to the disease, no?
Let's be honest, the muscle is also, the heart is also a muscle.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest concern
that's
always.
Scary.
What if I have such a bad cramp that my heart gets a cramp? I don't know.
It's called a heart attack.
The conversation then flowed toward bodybuilding deaths.
The fitness industry in general, a lot of people are kind of, you know, going out.
Yet neither Brad or Joe could have ever guessed that only 23 days later Joe would meet a similar fate. His girlfriend announced his death via Instagram, the cause of which being a brain aneurysm, remembering her partner with a pretty accurate description. An amazing and incredible person in this world.
Ah, I'm dead sad now. And also, why is it only when we pause that we're getting the crackling and the screen cuts?
You know, I'm going to wipe this whole PC and
It
start
needs to
again.
go. We do apologise, guys. It's come out of nowhere. We haven't done anything. It's just
got
decided to start doing things.
32 gig of RAM and a
I know.
3070 Ti and stuff in it. It's a fucking good PC. I spent a fortune on it.
Needs
anyway,
to defrag.
I'm going to wipe it. I'm going to wipe the whole thing and start again.
Do it. But that was a really nice video. Obviously, I only recognised a few of the YouTubers.
I think it was about 4 or 5 for me.
Yeah.
That's... I'm sad now.
Yeah, that comment there, like Tommy, he made a huge impact on our community. He really did. Like, I remember it being so viral. And then, like, the other ones I don't really know, like But how crazy was that story about the guy's brother? Just like the guy who spoke many languages. What was his name? Inaseke or something?
Apator?
Apator was the other, a different person. It was like Lashao.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes,
Laoshu. Sorry, I'm probably getting it wrong. Sorry.
That's sad.
But yeah, Technoblade, I didn't know. But yeah, that was my niece. She asked me to order the hoodie. It cost me like £80 plus £30 custom. So, oh well. At least it's gone to obviously someone who deserves it.
That weird crackling thing and the us cutting out never happens when we screen record Netflix. But it happens on YouTube.
It's true.
How weird's that?
But it's only on certain videos.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that too. A little bit deep, pretty sad to be fair.
Yeah.
Such is life though, isn't it? Nice people die.
Yeah.
Bad people live and everything in between a lot of the time. So
that's it.
Yeah.
That is the fact of life, isn't it?
I think you're going to need to feed me a load of chili now to cheer me up.
Chili on the way.
Fuck it. Right then, cheers for that one, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe as always, and we will see you all very soon.
Bye, guys.